we're going to talk about how to use the cube strategy to help you solve a word problem. So I have my cube strategy organizer right here, so I can use it for reference. If you want to print one, you can click on the cube strategy words above this video and it will open up a Word document for you to print. So we're going to start by looking at our word problem. Our word problem says there are 300 parking spaces in a movie theater parking lot. If 134 cars are parked in the parking lot, how many parking spaces are empty? So now that I've read my word problem, I want to use the cube strategy to help me dissect the word problem. So we start off by the C, circling the numbers. The U, underlining the question. B is for boxing in the math action words. E stands for eliminating the extra information. And S says to show and solve. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first read my problem again. There are 300 parking spaces in the movie theater parking lot. If 134 cars are parked in the parking lot, how many parking spaces are empty? Well, my C says to circle my numbers. So I'm going to start by circling my numbers. Well, I say that I have 300 parking spaces. So I circle that number. And I have 134 cars. Those are all my numbers. Next, I'm going to move to underlining the question. And my question says, how many parking spaces are empty? So I underline that so I know what I'm looking for. My next one is the B, the box and the math action words. These are the words that are verbs that tell you what is going on in the story or in the word problem. So when I read through, there are 300 parking spaces in the movie theater parking lot. If 134 cars are parked in the parking lot, ooh, I hear the word parked, that tells me that there are some taking up some space. So I'm going to box that in. How many parking spaces are empty? So I'm wanting to look for that empty number. Next, I'm going to take out any extra information. In this word problem, there's not any extra information that I need to take away that's not important. The last one is to show and solve. What we do in class is we close our eyes and we read the problem again and really think about it and put a picture in our mind so that we know what we're working with. So if I read the problem one more time, close your eyes and imagine what this problem is saying. See if you can see a picture in your brain. There are 300 parking spaces in the movie theater parking lot. If 134 cars are parked in the parking lot, how many parking spaces are empty? So think about, what did you see in your brain? Well, I saw that there was a parking space or a parking lot at the movie theater. And in all, there were 300 parking spaces. But then I also saw that 134 of them had cars in them. So all of this had cars. I wanted to know, what's that leftover amount? So to get my answer, I need to subtract 134 from 300. So I would do 300 minus 134. You need to pick a strategy that you want to use to solve this problem. I'm going to use I'm going to use expanded notation. So I need to expand out my numbers. Well, that would be 300 plus 0 tens plus 0 ones. And then my 134 is 100 plus 30 plus 4. Now I need to solve it. If I'm going to solve this problem, I start in the ones place. Well, I can't take 4 from 0 and get a positive number. So I have to go next door. Well, he has none to give me. So I have to go next door again. So my 300 gives 100 to the 10, so they become 200. This one becomes 100. Now I can get some from the tens place. So my 10 would then become 90. My 0 would become 10. Well, 10 minus 4 is 6. 90 minus 30 is 60. 200 minus 100 is 100. If I put that all together, I get 166. So my last thing that I need to do is to write my answer statement. So I'm going to take my question and turn it into a statement. How many parking spaces are empty? Well, 166 parking spaces are empty. That's how you solve a word problem using the cube strategy. C, circle the numbers. U, underline the question. B, box in the math action words. E, eliminate extra information. S, show and solve.